Howdy, howdy, this is Creative Grinding back again with an arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I cover round 1 results for the Massacre, Captain America, and Deadpool arenas, and then do a little trend analysis for the round 2 predictions. So first, the round 1 results. So as you can see on the left hand side, the 5-star feature Massacre came in at 41 million with the top 10% at 11.2 million. Now just to be clear, I've seen a little difference actual results reported by a couple different sources across the community. I'm going to stick with what I see from the it's kind of like a summary of the survey scores that are reported by the community on Reddit. So you may see some different things. I know another place that I regularly quote is from the MCOC Truckos Facebook page. They're reporting different numbers, but since I typically go with the Reddit survey summaries, I'm going to just stick with those numbers. So, and again, both of these places are just approximates, right? Kabam's never officially releasing any actuals, so this is just based off of what we, the community, report to these different community spots, and then the folks behind those spots do us a good benefit by kind of summarizing what everybody's reporting and kind of releasing what they're seeing as the approximate total. So kind of keep that in mind if you're seeing some different numbers, or if you actually got a little lower number than this and actually got the champ. But with that being said, again, with the 5-star feature Massacre, that number came in at 41 million and the top 10% at 11.2 million. Then we jump over to the 4-star feature Massacre. His cutoff was 12.7 million and the top 10% shard tier came in at 4.1 million. Then we look at the Captain America 4-star basic. His first round cutoff was 1.66 million with the 11 to 25% shard tier at 1.5 million. And then lastly, with the Deadpool arena, his cutoff was at 20.1 million. Now, when I take a look at my predictions compared to these results, for the most part, they were pretty much right on track, somewhere within 5%, 5 to 10% off, all except the 5-star feature arena was just a tad over 10%. So for the most part, that was a little bit higher than what I typically like to be away from the cutoff, so not the best in terms of cutoff. But when it comes to the other ones, pretty much right on track. So these, it's good to see when these type of arenas kind of act similar to what we're expecting, as then it enables us to do more predictions. So speaking of that, let's take a look at the some recent past results for the second round to kind of figure out what might happen this time around. So starting first with the 5-star feature arena, you can see pretty much across the board you're going to have an increase between round 1 and round 2. With the exception for Captain America Infinity War. I think all of these champs were considered at least decent, good champs. Maybe, Iron Man, Infinity War, and even Domino were considered some better champs, good to great champs kind of thing. So, and that's why I think with Iron Man you saw that big jump in what actual the results would be. But even with Sabretooth and Domino, between round 1 and round 2, there was an increase. If you look between Sabretooth, Iron Man, and Domino, the average increase was right around 4 to 5 million. So we can kind of plan around Massacre. I mean, all accounts is he's not a great champ, a good champ for sure, and maybe someone could argue great. I don't think anybody's considering him kind of a mad champ or below average champ. There's plenty of interest for him, so I think we are going to see an increase, and so we can kind of expect that average increase for the 5-star feature arena. Now, when it comes to the 4-star feature arena, you can see for the most part here, at least with the last two, Iron Man and Domino, there was an increase between round 1 and round 2. In the case of Captain America, there was actually a decrease. So apparently, not people. While a lot of people out there across the community will tell you they like Captain America Infinity War, the arena cutoff share that not so much, because both, I mean, people still liked him, but just not as much as some of the other newer champs, because in both the 4-star and the 5-star feature results, his first round was higher than his second round, but everybody else, the second round was higher. But anyway, I think in the case of Massacre, you're going to find more people interested than the first round, so there will be an increase similar again to what we saw with Iron Man and Domino. Now, when it comes to the 4-star basic, Captain America, again, another Captain America, you can see for the most part, round 1 is lower than round 2, in all cases except with Falcon. Even Abomination, it went up slightly, but for Loki and Electro, it jumped almost 100,000. So I think with Captain America, you'll see a jump somewhere between the Abomination and Loki Electro numbers. Lastly, with Deadpool, I'm happy to report this is the first time we've actually seen a decrease in his cutoff. Not a significant decrease. You're going to 20 million, you just dropped 700,000. It's not a big decrease. It's like 5%, right? So but a 5% decrease, so we can get that again. Maybe we'll get it back into the 19 million range, but I don't think we're going to be quite there yet. I think we'll still be around that low 20 million, but anyway, at least that decrease is happening. We'll see if it bottoms out this time around, which, by the way, I think if my remembrance of the calendar is correct, this is going to be the last regular Deadpool. We're going to get the Goldpool Arena coming out later this week. So anyway, this is your last chance to get Deadpool, and maybe that might push the numbers back up with everybody going after Deadpool for that OG Deadpool, the original Deadpool, one more time. So with considering all these trends, here are my thoughts for the second round cutoffs for the veterans bracket. Now keep in mind, so this means your account's been open for over 61 days. I think the 5-star Massacre cutoff will be around 45 million, with a top 10% shard tier at 11.5 million. I think the 4-star Feature Massacre cutoff will be right around 13.6 million, so that's a slight increase between round 1 and round 2, with the top 10% shard tier coming at 4.1 million. Same thing over here with Captain America, the 4-star Basic Arena. I think he'll increase as well a little bit. That average increase we typically see to 1.75 million, with 11 to 25% shard tier right around 1.5 million. And lastly, again, I think Deadpool, well, I think it's gonna be kind of very similar with that last number we saw. If this wasn't the last one, I think maybe we'd see a decrease, but maybe people held off just to see what these numbers would look like and wanted to go into this last one. So I think it's still going to hold above 20 million. And these are my thoughts where I think the cutoffs will kind of lie, or kind of land, I should say, within 5 to 10%. So I always like to kind of give a grind target, kind of put yourself in the safety zone. I mean, especially for some of these higher numbers that you're putting a lot of grind time in, you might as well go a little extra, make sure you get that extra space. And worst case scenario, if you win a little extra, didn't need to, you got additional arena chips that'll help you buy arena crystals. So, you know, at the end of the day, you're still getting rewarded. But anyway, when you look at the 5-star Basic Massacre score, all the way on the left, you see, I think a good safety number to get him will be 47 million. I think for the 4-star Feature Massacre, 14 million should be fine. For the 4-star Basic Captain America, 1.9 million. And then lastly for Deadpool, 21, maybe even 22 million, just in case there's a surge back into this last arena for the original Deadpool. And again, this is for the veterans bracket, meaning your account's been open for 61 days or more. If you've been following my channel, you know that a lot of these community hotspots that gather the community arena cutoffs, or I should say arena result scores, they've been stopped releasing 3-stars just because those numbers have really normalized. I mean, they're almost the same every time around, whether it's a new champ or old champ, or I shouldn't say that, depending on whether it's a new champ or old champ. If it's a new champ, it's one group of numbers. If it's an old champ, it's another group of numbers. These numbers haven't been changing significantly, so these community hotspots, if you will, haven't really bothered to release these numbers. So with that being said, I still want to kind of put these out here, especially if you're new to the channel or not familiar with what these numbers for the 3-star feature arenas typically were. So in the case of the Massacre 3-star feature arena, if you go to 1 million, I should say 1 million will be the cutoff for the veterans bracket, with the grind target of 1.1. If you go to 1.1 million, you should be able to get Massacre. Now that covers everything around the veterans bracket. I also like to give kind of rough ballpark numbers for the beginner and intermediate bracket. And I call them rough ballpark numbers just because there's not a lot of historical arena result data for me to do any trend analysis against. So these are just really rough accounts based off of, you know, input from the community here and there and what, you know, people get in these arenas. As well as my own personal experience in these arenas, but my information is almost a year old now, so really dated. And since I don't have a significant source of data samples, if you will, 50 plus kind of stuff, I really can't do any trend analysis. So with that being said, keep that in mind. These are really rough ballpark numbers for these for the beginner and intermediate bracket. Beginner bracket first, meaning your account's been open under 30 days. The 3-star feature Massacre, around 245, 250,000. You should get them. 4-star basic Captain America, 900,000 should work. And for the 4-star feature Massacre, the cutoff should be right around 1.1 million. Now jumping to the intermediate bracket, the 3-star feature Massacres cutoff typically around 500, 525, 525,000, with the 4-star basic Captain America right around 850, maybe even 750. And then lastly, for the 4-star feature Massacre, around 1.4, 1.5 million should be the cutoff. So anyway, these are my thoughts for both the intermediate, or for all three, the intermediate, beginner, and veterans bracket. If you have any questions or would like to share your opinion or whatever regarding these, throw it on down in the comment section. We can definitely discuss them there. And if you like this video, would really appreciate you clicking that thumbs up button. If you like this and other videos I have on the channel, would really appreciate a subscribe. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.